Hello, and thanks for joining me today because I'm always excited about talking about the Worldwide Shoppers Club, and today we're going to talk about the residual rebate system. We're going to break this down into 4 parts. There'll be a quick introduction here. Then we'll talk about the shared array, the connected overage rebates, and then there's some advanced details. And you want to go through all parts of those because there's information in every one of them so that you can understand the residual rebate system perfectly and really enjoy what you do with the Worldwide Shoppers Club. So let's get started. First of all, the Worldwide Shoppers Club is an international, not-for-profit private volunteer club. It's important you understand that. The club has its whole set of rules. It has a whole set of language, and people sometimes don't really get it. They think we're not really that for some reason. They think maybe we're some type of a business in disguise as a club, but I want to assure you, this is a club. It is not a business of any kind. It is not a networking business. It is not a direct sales business. Yeah, we actually don't even sell anything. We're a club. We've got a purpose, and our purpose is to help communities. We support communities by shopping with local merchants and service providers in exchange for rebates all around the world. So that's what gives us our opportunity, because our members are allowed an opportunity for contributing to the growth of the club. But another thing that's great about being a club is that we have a Class A international bank that actually collects all of our rebates, does all the auditing, and distributes all the rebates back to the membership. Now, again, as not a business could never get that done, especially a networking business. They would never have a Class A international bank handling all of their money. The reason they do that with us is because, again, look at what we are. We're a not-for-profit private volunteer club. And what not-for-profit means is that all of these rebates that come back, 100% of them must be redistributed back to the membership. So there's no executive salaries, there's no overhead, there's nothing that comes out of that. Now, that's one of the reasons I bring that up as we talk about the residual rebate system, because that's what makes the residual rebate system so great, is that it's all secured by this international bank handling all the money. We're providing good works for people. So really get in your heart and understand that this is a club and learn the rules of a club and don't talk about it any other way. We are a club, okay? And that's the simplicity of it. So now let's talk about this residual rebate system. Well, first of all, as I mentioned, all of the rebates that we get, they go into a big global pool, and that's represented here by this global pool. So let me show you what the global pool actually consists of. First of all is the rebates from all the member purchases made with the Worldwide Shoppers Club merchants and service providers. That's number one. Now, number two, there's an additional 5% on every $100, first $100 spent by every member that is actually provided by the club. And then finally, there is rebates from third-party contractors, vendors, and service providers that are supporting the club. The club has people that service us, put rebates into the pool. So in actuality, there are more rebates in the pool than just our shopping rebates. So sometime when someone says to you, when you look at our rebate system, you're going to see that it's very generous. And people are going to say, well, how do you do that? Well, you can answer them a little bit with this question because we have additional rebates beyond our actually shopping. So that's a great thing. Now, what we actually have, and let's talk about the residual rebate system, it's a hybrid residual rebate system. It means there's 2 parts to it, basically 2 pools. We have a shared residual rebate, and that all goes into the shared rebate pool. Now, the shared rebate pool is everything up to $20 in rebates. Now, we also have an overage. So what would be overage? It would be $20 and over. We kind of draw a line that under $20 in the shared rebate pool and over $20, okay, into the overage rebate pool. And the reason is because they are handled in completely different ways. Even though I'm saying it's 2 pools, it's really 1 pool. It's just that the distribution comes in how they're handled for getting the rebates back to the members. One thing that's universal is our formula for giving the rebates back. And that is that we give back 100%. They're distributed back to the members. And that's 92% actually goes to the active members. 5% goes for merchant promotions. We treat the merchants as part of our team, so they're going to get 5% so we can help them grow. And then there's 3% humanitarian causes. We just want to support certain great causes, okay? So we've got more shopping rebates in the pool, plus 100% payback to the members, and that equals very generous rebates, as I'm going to show you as we go through the whole program in the next 2 sections. Now, let's talk a little bit about the differences between the way they're structured to get the rebates back to the members. First of all, in the shared side, the shared residual rebates, they're paid through something called the Worldwide Shoppers Club Array. Sometimes we just call that the WSC Array. And that's where you can only invite 3 members. Now, let me tell you something. That's another part of being a private membership club. new members must be invited by members. That's the only way they can become part of a private club. Those are kind of part of club rules. But only 3 get directly attached to you in the array. You can see them there, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you bring in other members, then they get gifted into the array to some other people. And so what the benefit of that is that we're all helping each other. And so it helps us to get this array filled up and get better residual rebates. So that's the one side, the shared residual rebate side. Now over here on the overage residual rebate side, they're all directly connected. And as those people introduce other people, they all get directly connected and they get directly connected, et cetera, et cetera. And so what happens here is in the overage, you actually get rebates on the connections through 10 group connections. And again, we're going to cover all of this in detail. I just want to say that there are 2 completely separate systems. One for less than $20, up to $20, the one for $20 and over. And that's why it's a hybrid system. So just before we wrap up this section, all I want to talk about is that the membership is $25 US per month or $275 a year. So you can actually save a month if you pay for a year. The members themselves do not receive rebates, but they do get the discounts, they get the buying power, they get to join the clubhouse and other membership privileges as they arise. The next one is an active member. An active member is someone who generates a rebate of $10 US per month. They then do get rebates. Not only do they get personal shopping rebates, they also get group shopping rebates, both in the shared and the overage rebate pool. Now, I just want to emphasize a couple things here. I've said US a month. I do want you to understand we are a global organization. We have members all around the world, but the members pay in their own currency. They get their rebates in their own currency by doing shopping, but they have to have an equivalent of $25 per month US in order for their membership fees to be paid, an equivalent of $10 per month US in rebates in order to be an active member. And the reason is because we're international. We need a standard, and the United States dollar is currently the international standard, so that's what we use. The next thing is we do not have any dollar requirements to get that $10 worth of rebates because different merchants have different margins. You know, we could never expect a grocer to pay a 10% rebate. It's just not going to happen. But again, there's other people, maybe some digital things or furniture stores or whatever, they have good margins and they can pay more than 10%. So it's going to be up to each individual merchant to attract your business by giving the best rebate that they can. But the point is, on $100, it's going to take about 10% for you to get that $10. But you know what? If you can find somebody at 20%, it's going to take $50. And we even have some merchants at 40%. So that's $25. And you can be qualified to be an active member. And this is it. We can make this whole residual rebate system work on just that $10 a month rebate. So that's pretty fantastic. It's really fantastic once you see the rebates that I'm going to be talking about in the next couple of sections. So the last thing I'll say is that, we have also got a tremendous computer system. It tracks everything instantaneously all around the world. We are already set up for 3 million members. So let's all get out there and really make this thing happen. And you're going to find out how to do that or why to do that in the next couple of sections where we talk about the array and about the overage rebates. So I'll see you there. The next one up is part 2, the shared array rebates. So I'll catch you on the other side.